Bloodchief's Thirst. Did we get there? Did we get there? We did it! Yes! Oh my gosh. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing an Abzan +1/+1 counter deck. And it's all because I found this card. Like one of my favorite ways to build decks is to just kind of be looking at the new set and like, okay, what card have I forgotten about? And this one is good. It's a busted uncommon card. I mean, it's 5 mana, which is the main reason it's like uncommon versus something better. And that is an issue, but its ability is so good. So at the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 green insect creature token for each +1/+1 counter you've put on creatures under your control this turn. So if we have this out and on turn 6, we play a Pelucranos out, which gets 6 counters immediately as it enters the battlefield. And also we're making 6 tokens at the end step. If we have multiple of these, that's 12 +1/+1 count, 12 1/1 creatures. And then like Baji Solidarity, we put it onto all those tokens, and also we're making so many more tokens. It's just a really cool, fun card. And so there's some really cool things you can do with it. I'm actually really excited to bring this into Historic at some point because there's a lot of other really good synergies. Standard right now has a lot of good synergies with Conclave Mentor, with Swarm Shambler, with Wildwood Scourge, a lot of those. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Hydras which don't work with Wildwood Scourge. There's Basri's Lieutenant, Oathsworn Knight that kind of just enters, gets a bunch of counters for iridescent stuff. I can spoke, right? All right. And then Kenrith, which is 2 mana, put counters into everything. It has all the best modes on this besides having the red available in Abzan. But like Kenrith in an Abzan deck is just kind of like a given. And it has +1/+1 counter synergies, and you can put things from the graveyard into the battlefield. It's just a good card, okay? Anyway, and so this is the deck. One thing is with Kaladesh coming out, I am really excited to take this into Historic at some point. Kaladesh Remastered is coming, and we get another copy basically of Conclave Mentor with a Winding Constrictor in the Golgari colors, and it's just gonna be so fun. There's so much good stuff that's gonna be coming. Anyway, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are excited. But as it is, we're gonna try this out in Standard. The deck is pretty powerful. We're gonna see if we can actually win some games with it. The biggest issue here is that we're going into the late game with a lot of stuff, and so we're gonna see if we can get some good wins out of it with kind of like a janky idea. The way that I build all my decks, guys. It's janky, but it's really fun and powerful all at the same time. So let's go and jump to the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, I'm against Christian. 2 land hand. We're on the draw, and we have some really good cards. We're going to keep it. We actually have a decent curve if we can find another black or white or any source. All right, not the worst. Death Touch creature. Interesting. Is this like a Death Touch tribal deck? I've not seen someone actually play that in a while. We got another one-drop Death Touch creature. There's probably a ton of one-drop creatures actually in Death Touch right now. Down to 19. I mean, Death Touch does hurt us quite a bit overall. All right, that's actually a perfect card there. All right, so let's go with we need this on white for the Conclave Mentor. Black on the next turn for Oathsworn Knight. Triome turns on all of the check land here. Oathsworn Knight actually is really good against Death Touch. It stops them attacking if we have it for the turn, and then it can keep attacking in and just like kind of eat through chump blockers or keep getting in damage. As we put more counters onto it, it's going to get stacked up even more. We can keep swinging in, keep getting in for damage. As long as they don't have any kind of way to gain life or eliminate it, or like just kill it straight out, then it's pretty good. Lovestruck Beast. That's some pretty sweet card sleeves there. Opponent doesn't swing in with his Death Touch creature. Intriguing. Do I want to get to Baju's Lieutenant first? Now let's get out Oathsworn Knight. I mean, this basically means that they're going to go for the Lovestruck Beast, though. This will become a 5/5. We can make it bigger, and it has to attack each turn. Making it up to a 7/7 means it can close out the game really quick. So I like it. They have a lot of chump blockers though. Yeah, this is probably the most underrated card. Still, it's hard to build around and play around. It's just a fun card though. I'm a big fan of Oathsworn Knight. It only fits in certain decks, and I think that having decks that it can get lots more counters and everything like that makes it very powerful. Maybe more of a sideboard card though. All right, Bazir's Lieutenant. All right, let's go on, I think, black here. We do have a lot of white cards, but we need more green mana, actually. I want to be able to turn on the Castle Locthwain. All right, so Bazir's Lieutenant. Counter here. Swing in with Oathsworn Knight. So it actually prevents the damage from the Death Touch creature, which is pretty sweet. This being a 5/6 is really nice here as well. Yeah, we're gonna get out the Horn Beetle. If we find an untapped land, we get to play Bazir's Lieutenant and Bazir's Solidarity and make 1,000,000 tokens. That sounds so fun. I should be attacking him beforehand. This has Vigilance. I'm attacking with this regardless. Swing in. Opponent's walking with the Love Struck piece. It's definitely better to go for the chump. Okay. So they save it. We get a card out of this. That's great. No counters. No insects. I think this is actually a beginner deck. Every once in a while when you have a really janky deck, you get matched up against some other really janky decks. Or like beginner decks. And that's when you know you made your deck right. or the opposite. But, you know, it's fun. There we go. All right, so yeah, here we go. All right, we still get some white mana, so Bazir's Lieutenant. Counters here. Bazir's Solidarity. Counters everywhere. There's so many tokens we're going to make next turn. If we find another Bazir's Solidarity, whew, oh, it's going to be beautimous. I might go ahead and just like let them have the shot here. Let's see, they can make it up to an 8/8. We've seen that already. We don't need to be greedy. Just keep us swinging. Opponent chumps. We get to make how many tokens here? 12 tokens. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like this right here is why this card is so underrated, I feel like. The same time, you have to play a deck like this to make it work, but that is a really powerful effect. Like, Bazir's Solidarity with Conclave Mentor and like 5 creatures, whatever, things coming out as well. 12 tokens in one turn is a kind of abnormal thing, especially when you're growing power everywhere else as well. So, man, I really like this card. I'm not sure if you should be playing it like as a 3 or 4 of. It's probably a 2 of in a deck, but this deck's built around it right now, so it's really fun. All right, up against Ganondorf. No black mana, but really good intro play, so we'll keep this. Why ever not? Play the Forest, play the Shambler, pass the turn. Going wide isn't terrible if we do find our insect creature at some point. Just like having them target these guys, getting insects, we can keep growing them as well. I was really hoping for Conclave Mentor there. That would have been sweet. Let's put it on white. Shambler. And pass the turn. Passing because we're just going to pump this anyway. Black mana would be really nice. Are we up against rogues? Okay, it's like a straight up mill deck. Alright. That's cool. Maybe it's cool. We'll see. We could be in a lot of trouble. I think we actually just go kind of aggro. Like, I'm guessing they have, like, eliminates or different things. Let's actually just go attacking. Down to 15. We have a 3-turn clock now. We have potentially some removal. Extinction Event is probably the worst thing here. Heartless Act doesn't kill it. Eliminate does. Eliminate's still in the format, right? I can't remember. Okay, removes 3 creatures. They targeted it. This will kill it. We still get a lot of power on the board, though. There we go. Nice. Alright, get some black mana. Swamp. Baju's Lieutenant. I want the counter onto the Lieutenant. Drownalock can't kill it, which Drownalock's probably going to be the #1 issue here. Maybe we just spread the love a little bit. And this also makes us get in for damage now instead of later. So down to 11. They're still going to have to kill this at some point. So I think we might just be aggressive enough here. Plukernos in the graveyard. We can get it back once you have the manas. Ooh. Nice. Is this lethal? 4, 5. Not quite. Let's go ahead and put this onto Lieutenant now. Lieutenant Dan. Swing him in. Thieves Guild Enforcer, alright. This is why... What? They're trading off here? Why wouldn't you kill the Baju's Lieutenant? Maybe they have the Extinction Event now. I bet you anything Extinction Event. Yeah, gets all the even cards. Well done. Good for you, sir. Do we go for the land and actually get Plukernos, or go for the creature that we can actually play on the next turn? I mean, they're down to 4. We need something better. I'd rather hit land or just a better creature. Like Grakma would probably be pretty good here as well. Alright, where's 29? So we can mill it over anyway. Let's see what was on top. It would have been a Horn Beetle, which would have been great. Ops, draws some more. Mills. Okay, 2 lands off the top. Oh, a Scry land. Basically the worst thing. Wildwood Scourge. I mean, we're wanting Plukernos back anyway. It's going to get milled over. I guess to the bottom. Because that could be a good thing later. Alright, Fabled Passage. Playing this out now just in case they have Disruption. Smith 6. Alright, well, it's a threat. If they have Ruin Crab, we can still kill this. Alright. Rude. We actually don't want to activate that if we can avoid it. Ooh, Kenny Boy. Kenny Boy could be good. This dodges a counter spell. Besides John and Lock, which just kills it anyway, which if we get it out of the hand again, I think I'd rather go for Kenny Boy here. Or rather go for Plukernos. Exiling more things out of the graveyard too can help with some of their threats. This can deal with Thieves Guild Enforcer as well. So yeah, Plukernos is probably our best threat. It might be worthwhile to have some sort of red source just for the... Nah, if we were playing more Kenmiths, maybe, but not right now. Okay. And the Heartless Act. Alright, so swing in. They've got to be going for blockers. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Did we actually get there? Drown in the lock. Alright, they've got it all. Alright. Alright, so we actually get to play Kenny Boy now. I should have activated this earlier because we could not have a land. Okay, we got one. Whew, that was scary. We got it. We got it. Kenny Boy. Having one Pride Malkin could be pretty nice here too. Alright. No plays. Ooh, okay, okay. Blood Chief's Thirst. Did we get there? Did we get there? We did it! Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't think we had like any right in winning that match, but we did it. I mean, we just that's why you stay in it. Like 9 cards left, didn't really have a ton of hope, but eventually just going 1 for 1 with all my creatures, you're gonna run out of answers as well. That's how it works. So that was fun. That was awesome. Sweet. Alright, I'm against Luma. Man, having black mana would make this a lot better. We have the turn 2 mentor. We're on the draw so we can find some more lands. I want to try it. It's hard to take away the turn 2 mentor. Alright, play forest, pass the turn. That's not a land. We should find lands. We have 25 lands in the deck. Alright, we have one more turn to start drawing lands. And this is why it's a little bit better on the draw. Because you have more chances to try to find things to make it worthwhile. Honestly, just Dispository Solidarity isn't the worst. Alright, well, that's the worst. Oh, no land! No! Dang it, guys. Dang it. Felidary Retreat. There's a land. Alright, pass the turn. Now we have Blood Chief's Thirst. I don't know if we can get around all the tokens with this, though. Like, with how many cards we had in hand, it was basically 50% chance to draw a land every single one of these. And we didn't find one until this turn. Or, like, we just missed... And they're just going so far now. Yeah, that's bad. It ain't looking good, that's for dang sure. Alright, let's go Pelucranos. Not the worst, not the worst. No attacks. We can Stonewall them. And, like, if we can get to the Iridescent Horn Beetles, and just start making lots of tokens, we actually, like, could have a shot then. Rolling Regrowth, they're going to run out of lands at some point. They can only have so many basic lands with what they're doing. They probably have, like, all Fabled Passages, all Evolving Wilds, and then just basics. That's pretty risky, though. Alright, so, I mean, they're going big, they're going wide. But they haven't done damage to us yet. Oh, that's bad. Okay, then. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, that's right. It doesn't come back. So, that could have been their only Ruinous Ultimatum, I hope. Ooh. Alright, what are we looking for? Do we want more white mana, black mana? It doesn't matter. Iridescent Horn Beetle. No attacks. Okay, untapped land would actually be pretty nice here. We can start making some tokens. Felidary Retreat. They probably should actually just be swinging in. Cultivate. The whole board gets big, which is a big issue. But we can go wider than they can. The biggest thing is if they find the Ruinous Ultimatums. Which they're going to go through their deck before too long. Dude, yeah, it's just all basic lands. It's crazy. Another cultivate. Alright. I mean, you're doing it. You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it. Alright, they should pump here and just go all out. They should swing. Yeah. Kill, chomp. Heartless Act doesn't do a whole lot. We can Blood Chief's Thirst something. Dang it, now we don't have the guy to start making tokens with. Positive Solidarity doesn't quite work for us here. How many creatures stuff in the graveyard? Not a whole lot. How do we best survive? Is it actually using removal here instead? I think so. Alright, so let's go for Green Source. Blood Chief's Thirst. Kill you. Oh, we're dead anyway. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize how low my life total already was. Bummer, bummer, bummer. We're like one turn away from starting to go off if they hadn't swung in then. Crazy deck. I can't see how that deck does very well without Felidar Retreat, like, in hand. They have ways to go digging for it. They have ways to do everything, but, like, I feel like there's a lot of bad... Oh, they could have, like, Shatter the Skies as well in the deck, like, for any time they don't have it out and going. So I guess that's fair. Not a pretty interesting deck. We actually might want to try that out at some point. All right, up against Elantris, one of my favorite books of all time. You guys have got to try out. Check out Elantris. It's sweet. All right, this is actually a really good curve. What was Scourge on turn 2? If we can find the Conclave Mentor... Dude. Okay, then. Ask and ye shall receive. And we find our land? All right, then. Okay. That's about as good as it gets. Dang it. We lost our land. That's okay, I guess. We're playing in free play so we don't run up against this stupid deck anymore. Oh well. People are going to be stupid. It's just how it works. Okay, Conclave Mentor. The pass of the turn. Drown in the Lock. Bounce. Eliminate. Cool. You got it all. Gain some life. Up to 21. Okay, down to 20. Shambler. Alright, let's play Grakmaw. No reason to get Scourge out before the Grakmaw because it doesn't actually get counters off of this. It's a Hydra. It has to be non-Hydra creatures. That's like the biggest downside of this deck is that we're running so many Hydras as well. Alright, Slitherwisp. So a little bit different than the typical Rogues deck, but not that much different. It's just Flash. Are they running like Rewinds in this? It's a possibility. Raise and Borrowed. Four cards in the graveyard. Let's grab... we only have one white source left. I want to be able to play the Elswith Conqueror's Death. Let's go Grakmaw and Shambler. Roger's Lieutenant doesn't get hit by this, doesn't get hit by... It can be countered by Drown in the Lock, though. Let's go ahead and try for it. It dodges a decent amount of removal. Except the counter at the Drown in the Lock. Wow. Wow, you can just have everything. I didn't know that that's the thing you could do. It's just like, have it all. That could happen to me? Wow. Alright. Fatal Passage while we still have lands in the deck. Grab another Black Source. Yeah, Black Source. ECD. Zerasan, I think, is like our biggest fear. Yeah, plays it out, draws a card. Oh my gosh. Good draw. Draws more cards. Mills us like crazy. Those guys get huge. We're gonna have to be chump block. Oh, actually, we're just dead, huh? Yeah, we don't have any blockers for flyers anyway. Alrighty then. We're dead. Up against Badu. Bring it on, Badu. And it's actually a pretty good hand. And not amazing, but like Swarm Shambler works pretty well with a little bit slower beginning because you can start making it bigger. You can have a 3/3, and it's not the best, but it's not a terrible play. We could be focused on more of the Heartless Act. If like they're running red, then we'll probably put that as a priority, but we'll see. All right, keep this. Just one on top. Alright, now we get the Heartless Act anyway, so we'll see. Okay, Shambler, pass the turn. Turn 2, Oathsworn Knight is pretty nice as well. What are we up against? Has a Stomp, alrighty. Alright, play the Temple of Milady. Yep, keep the White Source. Yeah, I'll attack. We could block something, but that's fine. Boros. I haven't played anything. Like, I'm the only one that typically plays Boros. I'm not used to other people doing that. It's kind of cool. Alright, Oathsworn Knight. It's a great blocker here. They just can't get through it. No attacks. Swings in. Sweet. They may not know how Oathsworn Knight works. That's actually one of the things. It's not played enough that like people don't really understand how it works. Okay. Infuriate. You can make it bigger. It'll survive. You get 1 counter off of this. Good for you. Great job there, sir. Could have double blocked, I guess. Yeah, now we get to swing in for free. We still have a chump blocker up. And we have removal for when potential... I'm a little bit worried about what's it called? Embercleave. Alright, so let's swing in with both. Pass the turn. Let's see if they go straight to combat. If they do, we kill something. Alright, Inspiring Veteran. I go to defense. Okay, so they don't do any pump spells. Just wanted to see if they did. Alright, kill Bone Crusher Giant. We take a shock. Kill Rimrock Knight. No fight is won. Alright, that's nice. No damage. Well, okay. 2 points damage. Ooh, Basri's Lieutenant as well. We came to play the Horn Beetle, right? That's what we came to do, so we're going to play the Horn Beetle first. Swing with the Oathsworn Knight. Alright. Shocks. Oh. Can't prevent damage. So, that's a really weird wording with that. So, it tries to prevent damage, and it loses a counter. And then it loses an additional counter. Then it goes down to 2. That actually, I don't think it should work that way. That's really funky. Yes, someone explain that to me down in the comments below, because I'm not so sure that that's how that should work out. So Oathsworn Knight reads, if damage would be dealt to Oathsworn Knight while it has a +1/+1 counter, prevent that damage and remove a counter from it. So the thing is that it tries to prevent it, it still removes the counter from it, but then it doesn't actually, but then the 2 damage is dealt after the fact. So both do trigger, which is just, that's really funky, actually. But whatever. Alright, Grakmaw. And pass turn. So they could have an Embercleave, which could be an issue. Circle of Loyalty. Oof. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Seems with the Basri's Lieutenant. Doesn't swing with the lieutenant. Interesting. Well, okay. Let's just keep drawing a bunch of crap. That's cool. Play the swamp, pass the turn. Dude, we've got to draw something soon. I mean, they've kind of been stuck on not very many lands. They could have some big threats. Rolling Eruption gives us a couple tokens. That's nice. This is still multicolored, so it can't block the Bozier's Lieutenant. Bozier's Solidarity is nice, though. That means that anything that dies can come back as a 2/2, but we could also wait for this. Nah, let's go ahead and just do it. Pass turn. Just keeping the stone wall up. They can create a 2/2 anytime. Did they not do it that turn? No, they already played something. Right. Vanishing Light. Rude. Takes the Bozier's Lieutenant. So they should swing with Bozier's Lieutenant here. Let's see if they don't recognize they can get through. So yeah, our Hydra here is multicolored, so it can't block the Lieutenant. So we can't actually get the good trade-off. Oh my gosh. Stop giving me flipping lands. Dude, this is how much action they've had and how much we've had. And that's why we're losing. No attacks. I mean, luckily they've been really timid with their attacks here, which has been very helpful. Alright, so we block here. We block here. We lose everything. Can we survive that way, though? Nah, that's what we got. And we just drew too little action. So many lands in a row. 20... No, there's a... We've been wanting you for days. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh man, and we've actually trimmed out some of it. So almost 50% lands with this one. Which, I mean, that's not too insane. But they just had so much more action, and that's game. Yeah, good game. We'll concede. Up against Bill Volume 2, and we'll keep this. This is a sweet hand, actually. Not too shabby. We don't have any black mana just yet. Actually, by sweet... Alright, there we go. We hit a land. Land is nice. I realized that... for some reason, I was thinking that we had a little bit more in this hand. Going to take the Conclave Mentor, I'm guessing. It's a really expensive hand, but the expensive stuff is really good. If we can get both these guys out and then a Plukernos, it's just 12 tokens right away. I don't see that happening immediately, but we'll see. By the way, I'm playing in free play right now because I've just been kind of bored of the basic stuff that everyone's playing with rogues and whatnot. It's still showing these up though, but it should be free play. Alright, so that's gone, so let's just play out the swamp. Pass the turn. They know our entire hand this way, which is a little bit annoying, but it's still the best card to play. We'll play out the Triumph. We keep playing the cards that they know about, but it's a good play, so we're going to do it. We get to play Plukernos next turn, hold up Heartless Act, pass the turn. We may hold off on that, I'm not sure. Depends on what they're playing. Looks like it's going to be a little bit interesting. We'll see. Alright, let's bring this out on, I guess, white. Do I play out Plukernos here? Guaranteed they just have removal, right? I guess Eliminate doesn't get it. Heartless Act doesn't really get this. I'm really scared about Ugin. Yeah, we'll see. Crawling Barrens. Getting biglier. Okay, Extinction Event. Just go ahead and wipes that out. They must have a lot more of those. Alright, so this is just straight up control deck. Sounds good. Alright, let's go ahead and crack. Fabled Passage. Try to not draw more lands. Let's grab Forest. Horn Beetle. Pass the turn. Swarm Shambler would actually be a really good draw here, so we can play the Horn Beetle, play out a 1-drop. Okay, Blood Chief's Thirst. Rude. ECD. Interesting. About the swamp. Pass the turn. That's actually a really good answer for the Ugin if it does come before too long here. They know we have a Heartless Act. Unfortunately, we can't quite kill this. Alright, just all the removal. And we cannot draw more action. Alrighty then. We're just gonna pass the turn. Sounds good. You know, this is just absolutely going our way, so it's great. It's the best. Alright, pass the turn. We have Pelucrinus up, and we have the ability to still fight something. Turn into a creature. I dare ya. Alright, that's cool. Alright, opponent passes the turn. Man, please, deck, just stop drawing lands. You really don't need any more. Alright, so Crawling Baron's gonna pop out, is my assumption. They know we have the Heartless Act, so I guess that's fine. They're actually winning the race, unfortunately, here. Play out land, pass the turn. Okay, counters onto Crawling Barons. That's a lot of Crawling Barons. There's the Ugin. Alright.
Strive for balance in all things.
Goes for the Exile. Interesting. Alright. Alright, we have the ECD. Hopefully they don't have another one. That, I don't know how we beat. Bajri's Lieutenant. Alright, they're just digging for a Heartless Act basically here. That's cool, I guess. See, Crawling Barons just comes out. It goes up to 8. We can bring it down. So we can't actually deal with the Crawling Barons here, unfortunately. So we have to start going wide. Man, it's actually really annoying. Alright, pass the turn. We know that they're just going to be taking this with the Nightmare. Yeah, we discard our Heartless Act. Ugin currently costs a little bit extra. I don't think they have enough to play out an Ugin. So we get another creature back on the next turn, which is the Horn Beetle. Hopefully we have a way to put counters on everything too, like a Bajri's Solidarity would be pretty nice, actually. Or that. Actually, it gets a counter onto it automatically. I forgot about that. Do they have a Cling to Dust? Nice. Dude, this is getting brutal. Alright, so we have to swing with the Oathsworn Knight. Yeah, I don't think that we have any way out of this. We don't have another ECD. Just takes it down to 14. We could have some sort of removal that they're a little bit worried about here. Exile our graveyard. There goes ECD. Shadow's Verdict. Exile all creatures and planeswalkers with convert mana cost 3 or less from the battlefield. And then, okay. That's cool. Youch. I guess I could have killed it, but then, yeah, it's fine. Alright, passing my turn. Could not have killed it with the Heartless Act. Swing in. Conclave Mentor. We still kind of have a shot. If we can find another Horn Beetle, we can find ways to go wide. Bajri's Solidarity, and they don't find an Ugin. Like, all of those things have to happen here. And then, yeah, we have a shot. But this Crawling Barons is making things very difficult. I'm actually surprised they're not attacking with it. They probably do this turn now. They also want to keep it as defense, though. So, yeah. Alright, so Swarm Shambler. That actually is pretty good. Now they have a harder time targeting things without creating a little bit of chump blocker potential. No attacks. Yeah, draws the Crawling Barons. 4 cards in hand. Bloodchief's Thirst, create an insect, create a 2/2. Now we're going a little bit more wide. That's nice. Bosri Solidarity now wouldn't be too shabby. Grakma. I'm not sure how long we wait for all of this. We can make this a 4/4. Yeah, it's not worth attacking right now. Keeps growing the Crawling Barons. Shadow's Verdict. Yikes. Yeah, that's just everything, isn't it? Youch. Alright, probably game there. We'll just see what we have on top. Redraw. And that's game. Alrighty, that's okay. We tried it out. It didn't work out on that one. Alright, so overall this deck it's fun. That's the point we were going for with this, is trying to have fun with it. Iridescent Hornbeetle is really busted if you can create some big board states. It is a good card for, you know, getting out of big board states and actually overcoming your opponent. One issue I've noticed with this deck in testing that we didn't really see here is that the deck doesn't have any reach, really. It doesn't have a lot of stuff we can do with that. Maybe adding like some gem razors for the reach and being able to destroy artifacts and enchantments might be nice. At the same time, though, I want to stay focused on the theme and everything, and it's really fun. I like the plus and post encounters decks. Pride Malkin might have been a good card here too, that adds the ability to get trampled with everything. It's not a very good card besides that one side of it. Like it doesn't have any strength on its own necessarily, besides being able to give stuff trample, which, if you could like pull things out of the sideboard or something with like a Vivian or something like that, then yeah, sure, that would be okay. But as it is, I don't really like playing this so much in the deck. I'd rather just overwhelm him, and that's kind of where the Iridescent Hornbeetle becomes good, is that you can just keep going wide, keep going big, and you can go wide at the same time. And so like in some matchups that really works well. Others we don't ever quite get to that point, and I think that we just need to improve the early game a little bit better. Maybe just keep a little bit better hands or ship the worst ones. And overall, I like the deck, and I at least had fun with it. It's definitely not like a powerful deck, but it's fun, and if that's what you're looking for, try out this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.